Okay, so this is my third time trying to do this video. So if I skip over things, then yeah. So, anyways, this is the animated Grim Reaper. I like to call this the animated shaking Grim Reaper because that's what it does. It shakes. So, it goes pretty far back in my life, I have to say. The first thing I got to say is my mom worked at a store called Liquidation World. It's where I got that thing up there, the mummy one, and a few other things. And she got these things. I don't know where exactly they were originally retailed, like my original one, but I do know that people who donated to that store was Walgreens, and some other stores like Big Lots and Walgreens and other stores as well. Donated to that store, so yeah. They did go out of business after a little while, I think maybe 2010, 2011. But yeah. So this is actually there is one Liquidation World around, actually. No, there isn't. There was one, but it closed as well. So that store's long gone from now, but yeah. I was never around when our Liquidation World was around, but we did have the Trenton one. That's where I got a lot of my stuff that I have in my generation. But my mom got this, and this guy. Well, not. Well, there's. What the? Okay, the bottom just snapped on it again. Well, she got one. Not any of these ones. These are mine. My dad found them, and yeah. So, I did have an original one, and it is nothing compared to these. It's completely different. It's like a whole different model. Everything's just different. Like, you might be like, oh, the face is painted different. No. Everything is different. Both of them are the same, so. My original one took 3 AA batteries. This one takes 2. The switch was black and it wasn't really temperamental. These switches are really temperamental. And it never had the passing on it, but that could have just been ripped off. I'm not sure if it came with a box or anything, but this is the Walmart version, because it says Walmart on the top of the box there, small print. These ones are a lot more higher pitch than my original one, or it just could be the opposite way. It's probably my original one was a lot more lower pitch than these. I don't know how the original audio sounded like, but my original one was really low pitch, and it makes these ones sound completely different. This one doesn't really work that much because you have to push down on the switch because there's something really wrong with it. Alrighty, somebody was at my door, so yeah, trying to restart this all over again. Yeah, hopefully I don't get interrupted a bunch of times in this video, but can't remember where I started at. So that one was lower pitch and stuff, and yeah, my mom was planning on giving it to me. This is still my mom's. It's in pretty bad condition though. I need to repair it and stuff. I don't even hear the motor moving in that anymore. It just fell. Yeah, I guess I'll show them, and then I'll show the box at the end. Yeah, this one does not like to work. This one's higher pitched than that one. It's probably just glitching because of the low batteries. This one's on low batteries as well, so it'll probably glitch. they're not shaking because they're on low batteries. Try to get this one to shake. Alright, there it goes. Yeah, it's glitching because the batteries are low. Like I said, it stays going when the batteries are dead. Like the audio keeps going, or it doesn't want to turn on. And this is what my original one sounded like. I have no videos of this, so this is like the most accurate pitch I have. And if I haven't thrown it out there, my original one did not shake. Like the motor died in it or something. Like these ones shake a little bit on fresh batteries, but my original one would just never shake. And I would do what I do with this one and shake it, and it would just go really low pitch. So I think there was something really wrong with the motor, and I don't know. Even on fresh batteries, I would shake it, and it would start shake. I would have to literally start violently doing this to it for it to work. I don't know. And when it did shake, which was very rarely when I did that, it would just go low pitch, like I said. And it took 3 AA, so it got more power than these ones do. But I don't understand why it was just so this weird like that. But my parents thought that me and my friends broke the shaking because, well, my friends and I broke the shaking because when it was hanging on the ceiling, normally does, we kept pulling on the bottom of the clothes, which that was actually starting to rip it on the bottom a little bit. And, yeah. So, I'm gonna end this probably in a few more minutes, but, yeah. So it was kind of, and it was cool. I really want one of my original pitch. I would just, if there's one that ever pops up that's that low pitch that you just heard, I would buy it because it reminds me a lot of my original one and stuff. So, yeah, they were sold at Walmart for that price right there. Let's turn off the light. Oh, that's not good. At the front of the box says in French, Grim Reaper, and says Grim Reaper under that in English. When Grim Reaper hears loud noises, yeah, that's some cringy shit there. There's the ghost. What they did is they put a little box on the bottom, and, as you can see, the Reaper has a check mark right there. See? It's really faded, but it has a check mark there. They're also Gemmy, if you didn't know. The ghost doesn't have a check. I'll just read it. The ghost one. When this shrieking Halloween ghost hears loud noise, he shudders, moans, and groans. Yeah. Yeah. It's basically what it says on the Reaper side of it. See? But this is actually what my original one did look like. It looked like that a lot. It looked like this version a lot, so It could have been a first gen. These could be a second gen. Because these ones, their eyes are like really red. This one's like a darker red. I mean, it's probably not this, but if mine was actually the prototype one, I'd be kind of pissed off because I'll tell you what happened to it. But I don't think it was. Just saying that. But what happened to it was the batteries were getting low. And normally I go up, change the batteries and stuff. But you see this string. Well, this is the lighting, so you could barely even see the string. And I didn't want to change the batteries, or this wouldn't have happened to it, and I would still have it. So my dad was grabbing it off the ceiling because he liked taking it off. I never liked taking it off the ceiling. And my dog had a little crate for her because she was really young at the time and she'd like pee everywhere and stuff. So, well, my dog stopped doing it now because she's older, but she goes outside now. But there's a little crate for her. Even when we left the house for a little bit, we'd have to put her in there. She would mess around, chew on people's shoes and just stuff like that. So my dad had it in his hand, and the string did not snap. He actually, he was holding it like this, and it slipped out of his hand, and it smashed off the crate, and then it smashed on the floor, and the bottom of the base, this part was like out, and this part was like in. Like the top part was out, pushed out, and this was pushed in. The whole battery cover was like warped in the middle of it, and the screw was like, and the switch was like all messed up, and the circuit board ended up cracking on it. So my mom didn't even know what happened to it. So, and this is in the room right beside her. I don't know why she didn't know that happened, because it was really loud when it fell. She replaced the batteries in it and turned it on. Didn't work at all because the board was cracked. But it didn't light up the